I copy 31.
Turning on the speeder that just flew by me.
Hell yeah, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Before I begin delving into this, I just wanted to say that originally I was planning on doing a Need for Speed 4 high stakes video followed up by a Porsche Unleashed, but citing technical difficulties, I can get neither of those to run on my computer. Plus, it's not such a loss anyway once you think about it, because I am not really, I don't remember that much about them. They were fun in their own right, but they're not as memorable as this. So what is up, everybody? I'm Mega Short Fuse, and this is my own history of the Need for Speed series leading up to The Run, which releases next week. So, Hot Pursuit 2 then. This game was released in 2002 after taking a 1 or I think 2-year hiatus. Since 2000, it skipped 2001. Because, I don't know, I wasn't really that familiar with the industry back then. I just recently, since 2008, got familiar with the industry, so can't explain why. But I'm happy they created this. Now, the premise of this is just following up Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, but adding more and even more on top of it. For example, the car list. Let's just start with the car list. The car list is one of my favorites of all time just because it's got such a great mix of the old and new. As you're seeing now, I'm just cycling through the car list, and I do a double take on the Lamborghini Diablo SV because I'm like, what? I remember this since I was little, and it looks amazing. And that's the thing. Car models in this game, I don't know if it's because I'm running it in high settings, but I doubt it. They look great. Car models look great. And what I mean about the mix of new and old is you can spot cars that you see nowadays in racing games to shit like the old Ford Mustang Uber version on both sides. And that goes for the cops too. They have some interesting choices. And this is one of the last few instances where we see a Ferrari making its way into Need for Speed. I think it's actually the last instance when we saw a Ferrari enter Need for Speed, which wasn't included as a downloadable content. For example, Shift had a Ferrari downloadable content. So moving on to the racing. The racing itself is really, really fun. You'll notice that the cars have a feel to them. They have sort of a weight to them. And that is awesome. I really enjoy how they've handled this game's handling. Because it's just arcadey enough that it's fun, but just realistic, or, air quotes realistic, I guess you can say, that it feels authentic. And just the way the car shifts its weight from axle to axle, just, shifting from side to side, is really awesome. The sense of speed is still here, you don't really notice it at first, but then when you come screeching around a corner trying not to hit the wall, it becomes very, very apparent, let me tell you. And as far as the actual racing goes, not just driving, the racing itself tends to be quite easy. I don't know, it's just because the trend of either I'm good at Need for Speed, I don't know, I might be, or just the AI is kind of stupid. But I was playing on hard, and I didn't get even a slight challenge. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to overhype myself here, but it was quite easy staying in first place, even though I crashed like 3 times. Granted, I was playing with a Ferrari F50, as you can see plainly, but hey. And also, I saw Buzz doing a burnout. I don't know how to explain it, but you're plainly seeing it's a Buzz doing burnout. Or you were. Rather, yeah. So, quite easy, and that goes for the cop side also. The police also have a great variety of cars, and the way that Hot Pursuit works in this game, when you're playing as the cop, is it's basically, imagine last year's Hot Pursuit. You drive a car, you hit people, they die. They have a health bar, and difference here is you go, at least when I played it, and the couple of instances I did, you're going 1v1. You're just going after the guy's car, you gotta hit it real hard, and he'll basically shut down. Problem with this is you can cheat. Way you can do that is not turn on the siren. The chase is not initiated until you turn on the siren. Or I guess you hit him, but I never really found out because I just turned on the siren. But even if you turn it from very far away, they tend to drive quite slowly. Or I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't see what the difficulty was on the Hot Pursuit when I played Hot Pursuit. But yeah, it is still fun doing it, and although it was quite easy, it's I never actually used the air quotes weapons. I just in the end found out that you had helicopters and spike strips and roadblocks. I think they were roadblocks. And the helicopters in this game are monstrous. Like, they're scary. I was genuinely scared when I played this game when I was little, because the helicopter tended to, or didn't tend to, it flat out threw explosive barrels onto the road, and you had to avoid them. Good luck with that. It isn't that hard, but god damn, man. Wow. There is a lot of variety in this game, though. For those of you who have played it, you do know there are a lot of challenges, and those challenges have different stipulations if you want to reach gold. I delved into some of them, and I find them fun still. They might limit you in some cases, like restricting you to a car class, or they might task you with doing something, but all of them are extremely fun. The soundtrack is very early 2000s. Now, the version I downloaded didn't have any music at all, so you're now hearing the soundtrack underneath this through the magic of editing. But I listened to it, and I really like it. I don't know if it's because I like Linkin Park, I know, sue me, but it's got this very new agey, new metal sort of vibe to it, and it does have some of those rockin' upbeat electro tracks that Need for Speed is known for when you're racing. Now, it might sound like this game is quite easy, you know, quite not challenging. And it is, but does it really matter? No. It's still an incredibly enjoyable game. Hell, I kept finding myself replaying the first challenge just for the sake of driving a car. I didn't care if it was a Vauxhall, you know. I just wanted to drive. I wanted the thrill of driving. Just driving, no challenge, no nothing, just driving. And that just puts it up there, you know. It's got this Need for Speed magic that's kept me coming back for more for years to come.